And after
Oh,
he had zero control over my hand. My hand control was 100% over his, He was stopping me like that, not here.
uh-huh.
Here it was like that.
Okay.
The Devon versus Georgi super match is less than 3 weeks away, and finally, for the first time on Engin's podcast, we got to know what exactly happened at Arm Wars during their secret right arm practice pull. We'll talk about that. This video is about the recent Engin Terzi podcast with Georgi Swetkov and Devon Larratt prior to their upcoming super match. So Georgi talked about already feeling stronger than he has ever felt before in his entire career. Just after the Zaur Pezulaev match, his lifts have gone up by more than 10% in some of the exercises, and it's not even been 3 weeks since then. It's simply insane. The guy is on a mission and he's much stronger than he has ever been. But I think we can say the same for Devon Larratt as well. Georgi is feeling so confident that he even prepared his during match trash talk that he's going to tell Devon, he's going to ask Devon who is the champ now. In the next few days, 8 to be precise, he's going to train with Krasimir and Sasho Andreev. And I don't think they are the best training partners to prepare yourself against Devon Larratt, because both of them have short forearms and they go inside, exactly opposite of Devon Larratt, long forearm, and he will be going outside. But they are the strongest there in Bulgaria, so maybe he has no other option. Engin Terzi will also be going to Dubai to witness King of the Table 9, maybe because he wants to see that match, and maybe because Nisha from Turkey and also Arif Artem will be going there to compete at the event. So he's going there to support them as well. Then Engin asked Georgi if he really believes he can top roll Devon's wrist, because it simply doesn't seem to crack back. How is Georgi planning on doing that? Georgi replied, "Of course, Engin. We played in England after pull. Now I am much stronger. I have all the power. I have all the skills. And I'm also confident, but let's hope he will not over trick me this time again," whatever that means, because he's very dangerous. So is Georgi already worried about the setup manipulation that Devon is going to do if he needs to win that first round? Then maybe he's in for a big trouble. He's in for a long day, because Devon will do that. And one thing that I always keep on forgetting whenever mentioning this secret practice pull, I was saying that Devon had an easy time with Hermes Gasparini, and that's why he was almost fresh when he pulled Georgi Swetkov. But that's not the case. I totally forgot that hours after the event, Devon was still pulling until like 6 7 a.m. in the morning with a bunch of different people, including Hermes Gasparini himself for the second time. And I also think he pulled Engin Terzi, Evgeny Prudnik, and a bunch of other people. So maybe he was broken down from that, because that super match was only 4 or 5 days after that event. So that could have been the reason why Georgi was able to do what he was able to do to Devon, and we are going to discuss that in just a few minutes. Well, maybe 1 minute, few minutes is way too much for a video. Then Engin talked about the Levan versus Devon super match, and he said that even Levan was not able to fully crack Devon's wrist back. Levan's own wrist started going back when he top rolled Devon. And then they discussed Georgi versus Levan. Georgi is really confident, man. I'm telling you that the guy's wrist has never been top rolled, and this is what he had to say about Levan Saginashvili. "I think that I can beat him. I have all that is needed to beat him. I think my wrist is stronger than Levan, because all the matches against Levan, I all the time take his wrist and he beat me with side pressure." Just a couple of videos ago, we were talking about how untop rollable Levan's wrist is, and we forgot that this is one guy who has cracked even Levan's wrist, not only on the left but also on the right. Georgi beat Levan on the left, but on the right, Levan had that flop press that he used to beat Georgi Swetkov. That is simply insane. If Levan cannot take that wrist, I know Levan was much weaker back then, but now I think Georgi is also on the pancakes, on the juicy pancakes. Maybe not as much as some of the other arm wrestlers, but he's also getting strong, and you can see that in his eyes. Then Engin told us everything that we needed to know about that secret practice pull. Engin said that Neil Pickup told him, because he was there, he knows it firsthand. Neil told Engin that Georgi top rolled Devon straight to the pad a couple of times. So it was 2-0 in that practice pull situation. But there was a situation he was doubtful that maybe Devon was not taking it that much seriously. In the third round, he took it seriously. He hit the king's move. His shoulder was below the table. It was completely deep down under the table king's move, just like the first round against Evgeny Prudnik. And then he was able to stop Georgi and gas him out. So is that how the match is also going to look? Georgi is feeling much more confident right now, but I'm not sure how much he could have improved in these past few months. And as we just discussed, Devon could have also been tired because of his after pulls. I will not say so much because of the Hermes Gasparini match, but because of the after pulls that he had that day. So of course Devon had to respond to that, and Devon told Engin that he killed me. He's way stronger than me. He murdered me. He's much stronger than me. These were the things that Devon was saying, and he was kind of saying it in a joking manner. But one thing that I heard from Devon makes me believe that even Devon thinks that there is a possibility that Georgi can take at least one round, or maybe at most one round, but one round for sure. He has that possibility, he has that chance. And why do I say so? Because Devon said, there is no way you are going to top roll me 4 times in a row. You cannot do that 4 times in a row. So he's already talking about 4 times, losing 4 times in a row. He knows that it is not going to happen, but if Georgi had no chance of even winning one round, then I don't think Devon would have said that. Then a bunch of funny trash talk with blazing speed. This is the kind of trash talk that I wanted to see from Devon against Dennis as well, not those weird gay jokes that he was trying to crack in that podcast. Today, Devon was fast, he was precise. He said that Georgi is a crybaby, he's on a vacation match, and Devon is on a vacation match, and Devon got 10 weapons for every 1 weapon of Georgi, and in fact he only has 1 weapon, and that is a top roll. So once again, maybe he's indicating that he will need more than 1 weapon to take Georgi's wrist to beat him. Well, if Devon kind of cracks his wrist back very near the pad, is that still a top roll? Yeah, I think it is. For the first time, I think Georgi is going to get top rolled in his career. Devon said, listen Georgi, I don't care how strong you get, you're not gonna pin me. I'm gonna put you in the king's move, you're gonna bleed out, and you're gonna give up. So that once again indicates the mindset that Devon is going with in this upcoming match, that he may have to hit the king's move. Georgi's top roll is unstoppable. His wrist is uncrackable, but I think the king's move can get the job done. And finally, Georgi talked about the practice pull with Zaur Pezulaev as well. And Engin also said that Zaur did not tell me about this. Maybe he discussed that with Engin. That's why Engin was saying that. But Georgi said he pulled about 10 different people before Zaur showed up on the practice pull. And that's why he was beating him like a child. Thanks for watching. Like the video and subscribe.